This is All India Radio. Please stand by for our next program.
This is All India Radio. You will now hear comments from the press. The Statesman, in its editorial title With a Uptick, says the Suzuki Motor Car president's plaintive comment, hopefully the market will recover soon, referring to the state of Indian automotive market that has seen declines over 11 consecutive months, which saw the Suzuki subsidiary slash production for 8 months in a row, sums up the unease over consumer sentiments, particularly this Diwali season. From motor cars to telltale sales of innerwear, there are signs of less than jubilant sentiments. To go by reports, even on Diwali Eve, footfalls at stores have lacked their joyous spring in 2019, the slowdown having affected even the Dhanteras purchases. Not that the Indians will not don festive attire, but not even the deal-offering manufacturers for a range of items from durables, apparel, auto, real estate, usually favored by households, have been able to induce happy festive buying. Gold, the festive favorite, seemed to be out of the ordinary Indians' reach, with price going up from rupees 32,000 per 10 grams to rupees 39,680 per 10 grams over a year, even as pockets have shrunk and many jobs have disappeared. Despite discount and cashback offers, some big jewelers with banks clubbing attractive offers for use of their credit and debit cards, the Delhi jewelry market, for instance, reports a 50% to 60% drop in footfalls in 2019. Montblanc watches and pens have remained hungry for customs, indicating that corporate gifting too has taken a hit despite irresistible baits. Admittedly, gross merchandise volume (GMV), a metric used by e-commerce businesses to measure sales transacted through their platforms of sales by India's leading e-tailers, including domestic ones, are pleasing. Innovative strategies offered by the top e-commerce firms of foreign origin, with restrictions on offering deep discounts, such as getting companies to offer products on their platforms at the lowest possible margins to push sales, are finding success. Indian e-tailers have had a satisfying time too. The National Capital Territory Realtor is offering waiver of stamp duty and registration charges, besides car parking, wardrobes, modular kitchen and power backup for its project in an effort to lure home buyers into unsold inventory. Most tellingly though, it is the slipping sale of innerwear that indicates the state of the market. This is symptomatic of what is ailing the Indian economy, as foretold by the Reserve Bank's consumer confidence that dropped to a 6-year low in September 2019, with the current situation index at 89.4 in the September 2019 round of the survey. The Statesman, in its editorial title Pass-Fail System, writes, the West Bengal government's decision to reintroduce the pass-fail system in classes 5 and 8 from the next academic year starting in January 2020 is an essay towards partial rectification of a concession that ought not to have been granted in the first place. This is selective evaluation at best and cutting corners at worst. The base of a child cannot be assessed only at selected stages of learning, as Education Minister Partha Chatterjee argues. It is pretty obvious that evaluation will now be reviewed when the child graduates from the primary to the middle school level, rather erroneously referred to as upper primary in this state. To restart the system from class 8 would mean that middle school students will be assessed before they move up to the senior school and the plus 2 stage. Evaluation must of necessity be a continual process from class 1 to 12, as it always used to be. Automatic promotion cannot be defended by any logic whatsoever. To argue that it reduces the burden on students is as facile the reason preferred to abolish the teaching of English at the primary level. It is vital to judge the assimilation of what is taught from class 1 to 5, from class 6 to 8 and finally from class 9 upwards, which is the reason why missionary schools strictly follow the scientific system of first and second term exams and annual exams before promotion to the next class is certified by the principal. An examination is integral to the search of learning, and to scrap the system was disingenuous in the extreme. In the NET Madhyamik or class 10 exam conducted by the CBSE, or for that matter of the Indian Council of Secondary Examination, is the first public test that students, most particularly in government schools, have to appear for. No, this is in Puducherry, where the exam-free school education system is institutionalized in the schools run by Shri Aurobindo Ashram and with the supporting wherewithal. It is cause for alarm that the state government has received feedback to the effect that academic standards, particularly in the rural areas, have declined considerably over the past few years, specifically after the no detention system came into effect. On closer reflection, learning has hit the reefs because of the system of automatic promotions. The government has now admitted that the students' approach towards examinations has of late been rather casual, assured as they are of promotion every year from class 1 to 12. It is fervently to be hoped that revival of exams will improve standards. A dramatic improvement would call for its reintroduction in every class of the child's school life. It would be presumptuous to imagine the fear of exams would prompt underprivileged students below 14 years to quit studies. The Center